Hello guys, and welcome to a new video posted on my channel. Today we are going to be looking at all of the maps from the Capture the Tower building contest and ranking them from worst to best. So this building contest, the Capture the Tower building contest, the latest building contest that there has been, the time is up for people to submit their maps and for me to see other maps. And all of the maps are now about to be ranked. So, the first two building contests that we had, there were 6 builds in each of them. Then the third one we had, there was only 4 maps. The fourth one there was only 5. Then the one after there was 1, and then the latest one that we have done had 4 maps. However, this time I'm so excited to say that the Capture the Tower building contest is by far the biggest, with 16 maps. That really shocks me. 16 maps. So yeah, there are 16 maps in this contest by lots of different people. There's not 16 people, however. There's like lots of different people submitted at least one map, or some people just submitted one or more than one. So yeah, anyway, let's not waste any more time and let's see which map has came in last place. In 16th place is XX_Sonic_XX. So Sonic submitted 4 maps for this contest, and this is the first one. This is his ice themed map, and I think he got it from like the Newt meme, which is like the Pinku thing. So I think he wanted to build some kind of map around that. So yeah, here it is. One of the smallest maps in the whole contest. Yeah, so not really that interesting really, just snow and ice really. So yeah. Gameplay was alright. It was like I said, it was too small for the game. Yeah, just too small of a map. And there's a few other problems with like the towers being how they were, and stuff. There was just lots of elements of this map which really just didn't work out. So yeah, the design for this map, I gave it a 3 out of 10. And for the gameplay, I gave it a 4 out of 10. And for this map, there was only one mode. And I completely forgot to say how I'm going to be ranking these maps. So I'm going to quickly say that now. So here is how I'm going to be ranking all of the maps. I'm going to rank the design out of 10 for each map, the gameplay out of 10 for each map, and also I'll see how many modes a person did for each map. And for every mode, I'll add like a point. So basically, yeah, so Sonic got a 3 for design, a 4 for gameplay, which is 7, but there's only one mode, so I would add 1. So that means that his map got an 8, got like 8 points basically. So yeah, that is the map that came in last place, which was Sonic's Ice map. Let's see which map came in 15th place. In 15th place is Dixie Desperado's map. So this is Damien's map, and even though, so as you can see, design looks, it's okay, I guess. I like the theme he went for. Yeah, so design was, I guess, okay for his map. But the gameplay is where this map really got pushed down in terms of the score, because the gameplay was the worst gameplay out of any of the maps in this contest. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so gameplay was really bad. Design was okay. It only had one mode as well, so that wasn't really good. But yeah, it was okay. It just the way it was organized was just really bad. Yeah, the chess location's alright. There's like a secret. There's like lots of like secrets to get to. Like there's like a secret backrooms part, but to get to that you have to like go through lava, and it's completely oblivious, like completely hidden and stuff. So yeah, it's just, especially like the ways to get around this map are just really hard and just too complicated to find and stuff. So yeah, I gave the design for this map a 6 out of 10. I gave the gameplay a 2 out of 10. and I gave the modes, obviously I had one mode, so yeah, only one mode, so that's 6 plus 2, which is 8, plus the one mode, which is 9. So Damien's map got a score of 9, with Sonic having got a score of 8. So yeah, those are the first two maps talked about. Now let's see which map has came in 14th place. In 14th place is the Trollers map. So this is actually one of 3 of the Trollers maps because he submitted 3 maps, and he probably submitted it in one of the more unique ways because each of his maps is a different mode. So he submitted a map for normal mode, one for mayhem mode, so those two we'll get to later. But this map, which we're looking at right now, is his Juggernaut mode map, and it's also the only one of his 3 maps where it's 4 teams instead of 2. So, design for this map, I think design could be a lot better because I actually think the design, not that it's ugly, it's just a bit. I think it lacks, and it's a bit boring, I'd say. So I'd say yeah, the design could be a lot better. And I actually think the gameplay is really similar with design in terms of how well it is, because even though the gameplay is okay, it still could be a bit better. I like all the different placements of the structures and stuff. That works well. There's only 2 levels, which isn't good. And I should mention, which has lowered the gameplay a lot, is that there's lava in the CTT map, because having lava in a CTT map, meaning if you die with tower pieces in your inventory in the lava, then they could get burned, and then you'd have to restart the game. So for design and gameplay, I gave it a 4, and then seeing as it's only one mode, the total is a 9. So overall, the Cholas map gets a 9, and it's better than Damien's because the gameplay was better, because gameplay is more important than design on the mode. So yeah, that is the Cholas map that came in 14th place. Let's see which map came in 13th place, and that map is Clemm's map. So THClemm, with one of his 2 maps, because he submitted 2 maps for this contest, and this is his map based on Clash Royale or Clash of Clans or something like that. That's what he said. So yeah, this map, I'd say it's one of the most simplest maps out of any of the maps, I would say, because, and that's not a good thing, because the main layer is just a massive flat ground. There's no structures really to block. It's just one massive flat space besides the middle strip of water, and then that's it. And then you just run to it. So I really think that's not good at all. I'd say Clem did a pretty bad job there. But design, it's okay. It's not too good. It's not too bad. It's kind of in the middle for design. Gameplay, I'd say it's worse than the design. I do like his water cave that he had below. That was actually really well designed, and I really like how one of the parts of the map was solely underwater based, and he only had one mode for this map. So that means that I gave the design a 5, gameplay a 4, and one mode, so that means that it got a 10. So the highest one yet, but not the highest one overall for definite. So yeah, that is Clem's Clash Royale map that came in 13th place. So yeah, I feel like Clem could have done a much better job. But anyway, let's see how well he does in his other map. But right now, let's see which map has came in 12th place. And that map is another one of the Trollers maps. So, like I said earlier, he had the Mayhem mode map, and he also had the regular mode. But this map is the Mayhem mode map. So, it's 2 teams, orange and blue. Yeah, so the Mayhem mode, if you don't know what Mayhem mode is, it's basically items drop from like the from the ceiling. You got one item that drops at middle, and then one on each of the teams. And I really like how this map is actually set up, because you got kind of like 3 ways to get to the other side. You got 2 of the tunnels either side, and then you got the main big tunnel. Not really a tunnel; it's just a big gap to get through to the other side. So I really liked how the Troller designed this map. With like the gameplay, but actually the design itself is really boring. It's not good, the design, but the gameplay with what they did is really good. But yeah, I'd say I think with this map, it's hard because I really enjoyed playing this one. I'd say I enjoyed playing this one most out of the 3 maps that the Troller had. But anyway, yeah. So for design for this map, I gave it only a 3. so not really good for the design. For gameplay, I gave it a 6, so that is the highest gameplay score yet. And then overall, sorry, no, it only had one mode, so overall that gives it a 10, but it did have better gameplay than Clemm's Clash map. So that's why I got higher. So yeah, let's see which map came in 11th place. In 11th place is Cjustinmc's Capture the Tower map. So, Stephen is one of the people who only submitted one map, and he submitted a Capture the Tower map based on the back room. So, yeah, so good idea, cool idea. I really like the back rooms. I really like all of the stuff around it. So him having CTT map based around the back rooms is really good, and I really like the design of how he did this. Feel like, I mean, it's not really his fault because he was building the back rooms, which can be quite boring with when it comes to the design of it. So the design did get quite a low score only because it's the back room. So I think Stephen did a good job with his design. It's just designing the back rooms is obviously hard to do it well because it's just so boring and all the same and stuff. So yeah, his gameplay, I'd say his design was actually slightly better than his gameplay because the problem with the gameplay is that the backrooms is a whole maze, so it's really hard to get to like the other side of the map, to like, obviously get to the towers and stuff. So yeah, that was a problem. And Stephen actually he had 3 modes for this, and 2 extra new modes where he made them himself. So the scores I gave a 4 for design and gameplay, which is an 8, plus the 3 modes, which is a total score of 11. So that puts Stephen's map in 11th place. So let's see which map is now at the top 10 spot. And that map is the Troller's map once again, sadly. So this is his 3rd and final map to be shown in this video, and sadly the Troller did not even get in the top half of the better CTT maps. He got 10th, 12th and 14th. So yeah, maybe he should have spent more time on only really one map rather than 3 and getting quite low spots. But anyway, this is his CTT map with the normal settings, normal loot and stuff like that. Yeah, so I think it is the best of the 3. Originally I thought it was the Mayhem mode because I did have more fun with it, but I actually think this one is just better with design. First of all, the design is the best out of the 3, and also the gameplay. I'd say actually the gameplay of the Mayhem mode is better, but the design is a lot better for the normal one. So yeah, 4D design for this map, I gave it a 5. For the gameplay, I also gave it a 5. The 2 very just basic ones, and then there's obviously only one mode, which gives it a score of 11. So tied with Stevens, but his design and gameplay were better. So yeah, that is the Troller's map, the last map of his that came in 10th place. So yeah, let's now see which map came in 9th place, and that map was made by me. I was in this. It's weird having myself be in my own contest, and not just once, twice, because I submitted this map and another map, but we'll get to the other one later. I'm sure you guys will know what that one is. But anyway, this is my Among Us Capture the Tower map. So I basically, long story short, I'd already had this map, this Among Us map, not used for CTT, just for playing regular Among Us. And I thought it maybe, and I thought about it, and I actually thought it'd make a pretty good CTT map. So that's what I did. It didn't take time. All I had to do really was just to do CTT loot and to do a few of the edits with the map and stuff. But yeah, it didn't take long at all. And I actually think I did pretty well. I think it's a pretty good map. So yeah, design, I'd say it's. I know I'm like ranking my own stuff, but I'm gonna try being as honest as I can. Anyway, I actually think the design is the best one we've seen yet for design. I gave the design a 7. The best design we've seen previously was Damien's with a 6, but I think this is a 7. And then the gameplay, not the best gameplay so far, only a 4. And then I gave, and then it only actually has one mode, which is just the normal settings mode, which means that it got a total point value of 12, which is the highest yet, obviously. So yeah, this map got 12 points. So let's see which map came in 8th place. In 8th place is XX underscore Sonic underscore XX again for the second time. So, like I said the first time, he has 4 maps in this contest. First one got very last place, and the third one is at 8th place, so halfway. So obviously his other two is going to be somewhere above this. But we don't know where that is going to be yet. But anyway, let's talk about this map. So this is his FNAF-based Capture the Tower map, FNAF 2 map, which is it's what it's based off of. Yeah, so I'd say even though the design is obviously based off of the actual FNAF map, I actually don't think it's too really well done, to be honest. I think it could be a bit better. And yeah, and then I'd say the gameplay has got to be worse. It's way, way worse on this map because with the problem with the gameplay is multiple stuff. You've got the main corridor where you've got the 2 towers that are like opposite sides to each other. And the problem with that is that it doesn't really connect to anywhere else in the map. So it's like you don't even need to go anywhere else in the map. You just need to stick that hallway. And then you've got a whole bottom section which you don't even need to go to, where it's like FNAF 3 based. And yeah, it's all a bit confusing really with the gameplay, but the design's okay. And it has a lot of modes. So I gave the design a 6. Gameplay of 3, and he had 4 modes, which gives the score of this map a total of 13. So yeah, that is the map that came in 8th place, and here is the map that came in 7th, and it was made by LaPapa. So, you all know LaPapa. He is the winner of 2 previous building contests, um, and um, and he also won the best Minecraft contest award because he built the best he built the best map of any building contest that I've ever hosted, which was his custom battle map. So yeah, this is his CTT map. He submitted 2 maps for this contest, and this is his first one. And apparently, it's based off of a show called Peaky Blinders. I've never seen it, but anyway, that's what he said it's based off of. Anyway, so yeah, with the map, the design is really good. It's one of the best designs yet. I actually would say it is the best design yet out of any of the maps that we've seen. The gameplay is not the best gameplay yet we've seen yet. It's still okay. It's pretty good, I guess. And the also problem with this map is that he only did one mode, which is just normal settings. But yeah, after taking all of that in, I gave the design for this map an 8 out of 10. So like I said, best design yet. Really good start. Gameplay, I gave it a 5, which are much worse than the 8. And then the modes, obviously, only gets a 1 because it only had one mode, which means that this map gets a total of 14 points in total. That is the map that came in 7th place. And now we're going to be looking at the map that came in 6th place. And sadly, once again, it is LaPapa. 2 in a row, 7th and then 6th. So this is his other one. Obviously better than the previous one, at least in my opinion. And this didn't really have a theme, I guess. It's just it's really heavily based on the actual on the original CTT map, which is good, which I like. But obviously he kind of like made it in like a whole new light with like lots of new details, which I really liked. So yeah, the design, even though I don't think it's nearly as good as the previous one that he did, I still think it's okay. But the gameplay is better. It's a lot better. But sadly, same thing again. He did only do one mode, so that's the problem. That's one of the main reasons why LaPapa's maps came in only 6th and 7th, is because even though he had some really good design and gameplay elements with both of the maps, he only had one mode for each, and the modes did count towards the points, and they were really important. So yeah. Anyway, I gave the design for this map a 7 out of 10. So yeah, slightly worse than his previous one. Gameplay much better though. I gave it a 7. So design and gameplay both got a 7 out of 10. And then, like I said multiple times, he only has one mode, which means that he got a total of 15 points for this map. So that means that that map is going in 6th place overall. So now we have seen lots of maps, and we are now going to be going into the top 5. We know that we haven't seen one of Clemm's maps. We haven't seen one of them. We haven't seen my other Capture Tower map. There is another map by somebody else. You know who you are. And there is also 2 more maps by Sonic who we haven't seen. So let's see what map we're going to be looking at first. So let's see which map has came in 5th place. In 5th place is THClemm's map. So this is his second map on this list. And this is, in my opinion, much better than his other one. So this is kind of like a city, kind of like a park-based map, which I really like the design of this. I'd say it's one of the best designs out of any of the maps. I'd say there's 3 maps where the design is really good, and I'd say this is probably the second or third best looking map out of all the maps. So yeah, that's with the design, but with the gameplay itself, gameplay was not as good as design in my opinion. But still, gameplay was good. It was better than like par, which is good, obviously. So yeah, I really like the way that Clemm did his levels of this map, because he has like the main level, and you can actually, to get up on the high level, it has to be around the edges, which is different, but good to the like original version. And yeah, and also he did 2 modes for this. So yeah, overall, really good. Yeah, really good CTT map. I'd love to play this with other people. So yeah, design for this was an 8, so same design score as Lapapa's first CTT map that was shown. And his gameplay was 6, so yeah, like not as good as the design, and there were 2 modes, which gives the score a 16. So in 4th place was Sonic's other map. So I say other map. This is his 3rd map that has been showed. This is his Sonic and Mario themed CTT map that came in 4th place. So this one is the CTT map on this list, which is most similar to the original CTT version, which I really like. But I also don't really like at the same time, because he should have gone more with originality, but it's okay because he still did that with some of the other maps that he did. But yeah, very similar to the original version. I really like how he did it, similar with mine, but he added a few new elements which I really liked. Yeah. I liked I liked how the actual, especially with the middle part of the bottom, it's really different as well. And the design it's pretty good, but it's not like too good, I guess, if that makes sense. But anyway, with the gameplay now, so I'd say the gameplay is very slightly better than the design. Modes, oh yeah. I will say for this map and the other map by Sonic, that will be either that will either be first, second, or third. We don't know yet. But well, I do. I know, and you guys don't yet, at least. But you guys will find out. Anyway, one of the reasons why this map and also the other map are such high on the list is, even though they're pretty good maps, for this map he did 6 modes, and for the other one he did 7, which is the most amount, and 7 is the most amount of modes on any of the maps, and 6 is tied with another map. But anyway, that's partly the reason why it's very high, because I'd say even though Sonic's maps are pretty good, it's not the maps themselves, I'd say, that actually made them go quite like near the top, if that makes sense. But yeah, so Sonic and Mario map. I gave the design a 5 out of 10. So pretty simple. I gave the gameplay a 6, and like I said, there are 6 modes. That gives this map a score of 17. So yeah, now we are going to be going into the top 3. So we know it's another one of Sonic's maps. It's a map by me, and it is a map by someone else. And that person, like I said, they know who they are. You know who you are. But anyway, so yeah, let's see which person has came in third place. So in third place is Sonic again. So Sonic, here is your fourth and final map that is on the list, and this was kind of like his park map. I don't know. It looks like a park to me, like a bridge and a river and a boat and or other end. And so anyway, um, so you might be thinking this map looks really simple. Why is this at number 3? I don't know what it is about this map, but design. Okay, design is nah. It's a bit like normal, I guess. But I don't know what it is about this gameplay, but it's just I like it. It's simple, but it's good. It's not the best. The the thing is, it's it's probably like maybe 8th or so with the actual design and gameplay scores, but it's what he's done with the modes. He's done 7 modes, and I feel like, and some of them are quite simple, so I think that's kind of a way of cheating or getting points. But I didn't like play each of the modes, but he told me what each one is and like how they're different and stuff. So I guess it makes sense. So, and that was my own rules. So, but anyway, I gave Sonic Design 5, Gameplay 6, and he had 7 modes, which gives it an 18 score. So here we go. The map that has came in second place is me again. So that means that this mystery person, who you may or may not know, has won the contest. But anyway, let's first of all talk about my other Capture the Tower map, which is Champions Capture the Tower. So, as some of you may know, I was in. I did the first building contest was the Killing Spree building contest, because Killing Spree was a game I made where it's just basically you fight each other in like a small arena. And then I made the building contest from it, and then a person in the community who you might know called Infamous Plays YT. He made his own building contest, which was the second Killing Spree building contest, which I entered, and even though that contest didn't get finished, I don't know, it was a bit of a shame, but anyway, I entered my Champions Killing Spree because I wanted to make like a better version of the original, because I felt like it could have been a lot improved, and I actually think I did a really good job of improving Killing Spree into Champions Killing Spree. And then I made Capture the Tower, and then here we are now with, just like I did with Killing Spree, but now with Champions Capture the Tower. So this is okay. So I've played this a few times now. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. I really like it, and even though it's my own map, I do genuinely think it deserves to be at number 2. It doesn't deserve to be at number 1 because there is a map better, which we will get onto. But still, Champions Capture the Tower. Now, design-wise, not anything too special. I didn't really focus on the design, to be honest. I did a bit, obviously, as you can see with all the checkered patterns with all the different colours and the shades, and also the designs of the tunnels and stuff. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I didn't really focus too heavily on the design elements because obviously the gameplay was more important. And I'd say the gameplay is definitely a better part of this map. And also this map, Champions Capture Tower, has 6 different modes. But anyway, I gave the design for this map only a 5 because, like I said, I don't really focus too heavily on the design. But it's not like I did awful with design. It's just basic, I guess. But anyway, and then with the gameplay, it is the best scoring gameplay yet, with a score of 8. With there was a gameplay score of 7 with LaPapa's CTT second map. So that was the second best by gameplay yet that we've seen. But yeah, gameplay was the best one that we've seen yet. But anyway, um, and yeah, and it did have 7 modes, so that's 5 design, gameplay 6, and 7 modes, which gives it a score of 19, which is the highest so far, obviously. So now, guys, here is the moment you guys have been waiting for. Nearly just over 30 minutes into this video, and now we are going to be seeing the winner of the Capture the Tower building contest and what their build is. Here we go. Let's see what the #1 best Capture the Tower building contest map is right now. So the winner is Mike Nike 21. Well done, Mike. You are the winner of the Capture the Tower building contest. And here it is. Here is Mike Nike 21's Capture the Tower map. As you can see, this looks very, very good. Probably the biggest one yet, I'd say. And it's also the only one on Bedrock Edition. So even though I don't really like Bedrock, I don't want to let that get the points down, because that wouldn't really be fair. But anyway, yeah, this is on Bedrock, and this is a very, very big one. And it's one of the most unique Capture Tower maps that there is. So design for this map, so good. The towers themselves are probably the best design things in the whole map. Because I think they're like towers from his like McKelvey Castle or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, very, very good design towers on the outside and inside, and then the everything else that he used for the design, all of the floors with the river, the crops and the trees and the ruins, that were all very, very well done. And even like the background was all right. Anyway, with the gameplay, as you can see on footage right here, I just wanted to show this part because, as you can see, he has organised this way better than anybody else has. But yeah, because he did like lots of like command blocks. He used lots of command blocks to set up all of like the settings for the game, and all like the choices of how you want to play it and what the teams you want to be and the extra items. And he organised it very, very well. I won't go into every detail, but take my word, he did it very, very well. So well done, Mike. You did a very good job with the design and the setting up the game. But the gameplay itself, it's very, very good. I wouldn't say it's the best gameplay out of any of the maps. I would actually say that Champions Killing Spree has better gameplay itself. But still, I really like the gameplay of this. It is still one of the best gameplays. I'd say it's really, yeah, it's really, really good. It's one of the best. And then he also had 3 modes. He had the normal mode, and then he had the mode where he introduced his own like cool like items and stuff. And then he had another mode which I actually forget about, but he definitely had 3 modes. So yeah, for the design of this map, I gave it a 9, which is the best design rating out of any map so far. So Mike's map got the best design. His gameplay was a 7, so it was tied with LaPapa's second CTT map, the one that was 6th place in terms of gameplay. It's tied with that in gameplay, but it was just one below the Champions Killing Spree gameplay. But he did still have 3 modes, which means that adds up to a score of 19 points. So it's tied with the same amount of points as Champions Killing Spree, but he did have way better design, because his was a 9, mine was only a 5. Even though I had one better gameplay and more modes, he, like I said, he did have much better design, and modes doesn't really matter to the last score anyway. So yeah, well done, Mike. You are the winner of the I keep saying that. You are the winner of the Capture the Tower building contest. So very, very well done to you, Mike. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you will subscribe to my channel, like this video, and also hit the bell to get notified whenever a new video stream is announced. You guys, comment down below what was your favourite map, and also maybe comment what was your least favourite map. And let me know which of the maps you agreed and disagreed on in terms of my ranking. And also, obviously, I will be doing more building contests. This is not the end for the building contests. So let me know suggestions for the next building contest that I should do. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So I would like some suggestions. So yeah, so comment down below who you think won, who you think got maybe last place, or I don't know, and also comment down below ideas for the next building contest, and also just comment down any ideas that I could do for my channel, whether that's collab videos with other people, whether that's with different games, or whatever you guys want. Comment down below, and I'll definitely suggest doing them. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys.